5 richest criminal organizations. Who are the world's wealthiest criminal organizations? It includes data like projected earnings, business operations, and executive wealth. How profitable is it to commit crimes? In what ways does organized crime profit? Counterfeiting, contraband, cybercrime, drug trafficking, extortion, fraud, human trafficking, money laundering, prostitution, racketeering, and weapons trafficking are all instances of organized crime. Curious to know more? Well, stay tuned for that. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Having said that, let's get into the video. Cartel de Medellin. Medellin, Colombia, is notorious around the world due to the city's cartel activity. However, the organization's commander and founder, Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, is more notorious. The Netflix series Narcos is based on and centers around him. The cartel operated in Bolivia, Canada, Colombia, Panama, Peru, and the United States from the mid-1970s until the early 1990s. In the 1980s, when they were at their height, the revenues from their cocaine trafficking enterprise were estimated at $60 million per day. At the time, they were responsible for supplying at least 85% of the cocaine entering the United States. Revenue was so high that every month the company had to spend approximately $2,500 on rubber bands just to keep track of it all. At his death in 1993, Escobar, the king of cocaine and richest criminal in history, was worth an estimated $30 billion. It's equivalent to about $60 billion in today's dollars after adjusting for inflation. These three-headed monsters, or the triads. They are not to be confused with criminal gangs from mainland China, but rather the historic organized crime groups of Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan, known together as the Chinese triads. They've been around since the 18th century and have been spread to the other areas of the world, including the USA, Vietnam, New Zealand, the UK, Brazil, Russia, and even South Africa. Since its inception, the group has shifted its focus to include narcotics trafficking and white-collar crimes like forgery and healthcare fraud. While their true value remains a mystery, they rose to such prominence on the list after it was exposed that they had laundered $5.4 billion in Vancouver, Canada, in 2018. About $4 billion of this total was invested in the housing market, driving up prices to unaffordable levels for locals. With that kind of money flowing in from just one city in a single year, there can be little doubt that this is one of, if not the richest criminal organizations in the world. Solntsevskaya Bratva. In addition to their various names, Solntsevskaya, Organized Crime Group, and the Solntsevskaya Brotherhood bring in an estimated $8.5 billion every year. Sergei Mikhailov, who had previously spent time for fraud, launched the company in the late 1980s. Federico Veris, a criminology professor at Oxford and an expert on transnational organized crime, claims that the group's leadership and membership are distributed across the globe. There are 10 separate brigades inside it, each with some independence, but all sharing in the profits and resources. The affairs of the world are managed by a council of 12 persons who convene on occasions that are meant to look like celebrations in various parts of the world. Yamaguchi Gumi. It is the largest yakuza group in Japan, bringing in an estimated $6.6 billion annually. It all started in 1915 when a group of dock workers got together to form a union. It has a single, all-powerful leader known as the Coolidge, who controls everything. They engage in stock market manipulation and online pornography. After the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, they helped with relief efforts. From 1991 to 2012, its membership dropped by 14%, and from 28,000 in 2013 to 23,400 in 2014. It dropped by another 8%. A breakaway faction, Kobe Yamaguchi Gumi, emerged in 2015, and yet, even after all that, it still ranks among the world's largest criminal syndicates. Camorra. Their annual income is predicted to be $4.9 billion. Over $33 billion in revenues were traced back to the Italian mafia, with the Camorra taking home the lion's share. They were opened in the early 17th century in the city of Naples, and have since expanded to other areas of Italy. This is it, everyone. Do you know more about other organizations? Leave a comment and let us know. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done that. Also, put on the notifications because the next video is going to be a great one.